Okay, and the towel fell behind me. Great. Jeepers. Okay, there we go. Maybe I gotta drape it completely over like this. There we go. Okay, so, good morning and happy Saturday, everyone. Let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. You know what? Yesterday morning was pretty busy, and I was worried I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of the stuff I wanted to get done, but I did. My high was, well, yes, you saw the title of the YouTube video. You know exactly what I saw yesterday, and yes, that was my high, and I will be getting to that momentarily. But I also got, my nephews actually had off yesterday because it was Juneteenth, which reminds me, I hope everyone had a happy Juneteenth. And, I think I'm gonna say what I just did. So they had off of school, so got to see my nephews yesterday. That was really fun. And my act of kindness was, it was funny. I get to visit my nephews because my mom was watching them, and she left the driver door and the passenger door open outside in the middle of the day. So I closed the doors for her. And trust me, I need to do that. So, in 1995, and I remember this clearly, my mother and father took my brother and I to see a little movie called Toy Story. It was the first time that a movie was composed entirely of CG. First one ever. See, before then, CG was used in, action films and movies to, make scenes that otherwise couldn't possibly happen believable. I mean, sometimes it looked good, and sometimes it didn't. So everyone was very shocked when the very first fully CGI animated movie was going to be a kids movie. And that movie was Toy Story. And to this day, I will tell you, Toy Story is one of the greatest films ever made. It is. And, it was the movie that got Pixar off the ground and made it the household name that lots of people know it as today. And a lot of it still, the character designs of the people in the movie are a little sus, but the actual designs of the toys themselves, still awesome. 3 years later, we got Toy Story 2. And it ended on kind of a cliffhanger. Because it proposed the idea that, Andy's going to grow up and go to college. What's he going to do with those toys then? And for 12 years, that was the question that everyone was waiting to hear. And in 2010, we got it. I mean, Toy Story really could have ended there, and it would have made for the perfect trilogy. But, call it Pixar wanted to continue the story, or Pixar wanted to make money. But, in 2019, we got Toy Story 4. And I'm not ashamed to say that, yes, Toy Story 4 actually made me cry. It did. I know. Crazy. Well, here's the thing. The moment in Toy Story 4 that made me cry was when, that final meeting between Buzz and Woody. Because, let's be honest. You think of the great, fictional duos throughout history. Batman and Robin. Or Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Or, what's another? Or Ash and Pikachu. You put Woody and Buzz in that category. Because every time they've ever been on screen, and it has to partly do with the fact that they're both voiced by Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, respectively. But whenever they're on screen, they demand attention. Like all eyes are on them, and they all know and they both know how to carry a scene. Actually, a lot of the cast in Toy Story knows how to carry a scene. I'll get to that in a second. So, it was believed that Toy Story 4 was going to be the final film of the series, but Toy Story 5 hadn't been ruled out. And that's what leads us to, technically Thursday evening, and technically yesterday too, because yesterday actually was the day it was supposed to come out, but what leads us to right now. Toy Story 5 is out in theaters, and I saw it yesterday. And before I get into my opinion, I can say something that, some people my age could say this, but not many. I have seen all 5 Toy Story movies on the silver screen. As of yesterday, I have seen all 5 Toy Story movies on the silver screen. I can also say that all 5 Toy Story movies are really, really good. Oh yeah, don't let the hater, another Toy Story. Don't let those people fool you. Toy Story 5 is actually really, really, really good. Like, outstandingly good. I would not be surprised that come award season, this movie gets nominated for Best Animated Picture. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually winds up winning. Think about it. Right now, Disney and Pixar are poised to potentially win the Oscar for Best Animated Picture next year after 4 years of not winning it. Between Hoppers and Toy Story 5, you'd be hard pressed to think of any film that's gonna, surpass it. Admittedly, Hex is coming out soon. That's gonna be a really good movie. As well as a DreamWorks Forgotten Island, which I have seen the trailer for, but I saw the trailer on the big screen. And I tell you what, though, animation has come light years ahead of, Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie. It's incredible. And I can't wait to see these movies come. Seriously, I don't really, although, okay, I need to say this also. In terms of trailers, technically we got the trailer for Minions and Monsters, but there was 2 shorts that featured the Minions were on the Welcome to Regal Entertainment thing. They're driving the thing. Okay, listen, I don't hate the Minions, I don't. But the biggest problem with Illumination is that they keep focusing on the wrong product. That's why people are getting annoyed by them. Do you really not have anything? It's almost as if all they have is the Minions and nothing else. The sad part is, they've got good people working over at Illumination. But, hey, the Minions make money. So why stop, right? But enough about that. Let's get into Toy Story 5. First of all, the idea that, technology and, people looking at screens is a problem today is kind of, it's kind of an understatement, really. I can say that growing up, I did play with toys. But I'd also be remiss if I didn't say that I totally watched a lot of TV. Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. I was looking at screens a lot more than I was looking at books. You can imagine how annoyed I was when my parents forced me to read and I couldn't watch TV. But the ultimate lesson for this movie really is, I mean, it's a lesson that we all know, but we could stand to have it bearing repeat, which is, yes, you know, looking things and interacting with people on social media and on a screen, it has its benefits. It really does. I mean, yeah, there are some bad people on social media. Good Lord, are there bad people on social media. You know, cyberbullying and stuff like that. And honestly, if you're one of those people who do that, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But that being said, there are instances where, you know, social media has helped a lot of people. It's helped promote a lot of local businesses. It's helped people reconnect with other people that they otherwise would maybe never see again. In some cases, some people have even found, you know, happiness and love and marriage from it. So the point is, you need a delicate balance between, you know, screen time and actual social human interaction. And don't get me wrong, like, some of my best moments in life involved looking at a screen. Whether it was watching a show or, you know, reading something important or whatever, or playing a game, or, you know, playing video games. But, you know what's just as good, if not better? Actually talking to real people who care. And Toy Story 5 does a really great job of, you know, portraying that message. The cast, what can I say? Tom Hanks is Woody, Tim Allen is Buzz Lightyear. I already mentioned them, they need no introduction. If Joan Cusack doesn't get any kind of award for her performance as Jessie in this movie, that is snobbery. Because this is probably one of Joan Cusack's greatest performances ever. Wallace Shawn returning as Rex. He was awesome. Tony Hale returning as Forky. Kristen Shaw as Trixie. Bonnie Hunt as Dolly. Keanu Reeves returning as Duke Kaboom. Annie Potts as Bo Peep. Let's see, who else? John Ratzenberger as Han. Blake Clark returning from Slinky Dog after Jim Varney passed years ago. Since Toy Story 2. So, yes, Blake Clark, I believe, has been Slinky Dog from Toy Story 3 on. Jeff Pigeon as the aliens. Ooh, the claw. Yes. Let's see. John Hopkins as Mr. Pricklepants. I don't know what happened to his I think his older voice actor passed away. I mentioned this in a video a while back, but the two biggest casting choices that interested me most were whoever they got to voice Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Because Don Rickles and Estelle Harris, who voiced Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head respectively, have sadly passed away. And so they got to replace them with Anna Vocino as Mrs. Potato Head. And she was good. But the one I was really impressed with the most, and this was actually what I was hoping for, Jeff Bergman as Mr. Potato Head. Now, people out there wouldn't know who Jeff Bergman is, and that's fine. But Jeff Bergman was the first person to take over the roles of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck after their original voice actor, Mel Blanc, had passed away. So, Mr. Potato Head was voiced by the same guy who does Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. And Jeff Bergman, on the slim chance you're watching this, you were outstanding. You know, I would love to see you voice Mr. Potato Head again in the future. I mean, listen, Jeff Bergman's been an unbelievable talent forever. I mean, again, there's a reason why he was cast as, you know, Bug. I mean, don't get me wrong, there have been other voice actors who voiced Bugs and Daffy over the years, but Jeff Bergman did it first, and, you know, he still remains a gold standard. Billy West's Bugs Bunny was good, too. And Eric Bauza as a Daffy Duck, he's also good. So yeah, lots of actors who've played Bugs and Daffy, but Jeff Bergen did it first. Also, as long as I'm thinking about, shout out to Bob Berger as Porky Pig. Anyway, man, this movie was really, and you know what? Ernie Hudson is Combat Carl. Craig Robinson is Atlas. Shelley Rivera is Snappy. Conan O'Brien is Smarty Pants. I mean, shout out to Conan O'Brien. Alan Cumming is Bullseye. That was Bullseye will be voiced by Alan Cumming film. And if you see what happens, you'll get what happens. Oh gosh, who else? Scarlet Spears is Bonnie. Michelle Harris as Bonnie's eventual new friend movie. Spoiler alert, Blaze. Yeah, man, this movie. Did I say Craig Robinson is Atlas? I think I did, but now I said here, so it's fine. This movie was outstanding. It absolutely was. I know that a lot of Pixar fans really are tired of seeing Pixar doing sequels of stories that technically are already done. Because again, Toy Story 3 really should have been where it ended. But you know what? Pixar they've got it down. They just know. They just know that these characters are beloved. And as Randy Newman wrote down, we got friends in them. Speaking of which, I know I've kind of been, I wouldn't say harsh, but I could stand to be a little nicer to this one person, so I'll say it right now. Major shout out to Taylor Swift. Because she actually has a song in the movie called I Knew It, I Knew You. And good Lord, I think it's actually one of her very best songs. I'm being serious. Taylor Swift's I Knew It, I Knew You, great song. Highly recommend you give it a listen to if you haven't already. So yeah, I've got nothing to say. This movie was wonderful, and go see it. Please. Go watch this film. You're going to be doing yourself a favor. And you know what? It's summer. It's going to be hot outside. And yeah, I know you want to be outside on a great day. I understand. But sometimes you just want to be in a cool, air-conditioned theater to watch a movie. Watch Toy Story 5. So yeah, that's about all I got. Toy Story 5 was phenomenal. I hope you like this video. If you'd like to subscribe to YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm your homie. This video for all of you guys watching Joe for Damn. You have a wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to us, we're here to let you know back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.